Morning. Welcome back to Shepherd's Cove. Today is Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. Beautiful morning. Myself 131 days, clean and sober. So, yesterday we went to the laundromat doing some laundry. Now I'm walking out of the laundromat and homeboy's on the phone. He says, somebody on the phone, dude, that's Russ. Dude, right on, man, it's Russ. And, he made me feel real good. He gets up the phone, he says, man, I really needed somebody to talk to. And he had just gotten out of revive, same place I went to rehab. And he had a moment, and he'd have just gotten out that day, yesterday, and he fell off the wagon, and he was feeling shitty about it. So I asked him, uh, "You found a higher power, brother?" And he says, "Well, I believe in God," and I knew right then and there, well, that's where you're stumbling, brother. That's the hardest part is, finding that higher power. No matter how you see it, man, you don't have to be fucking walking around with a Bible thumping on that fucking thing or whatever. Doesn't have to be all, you know, following all these specific rules guided by one faith or another or one religion or another. Nah, ain't got to be like that, man. Just got to know there's something out there that's greater than yourself, and it's kind and loving, and it can take on your woes, your stresses, your worries. You know, don't be carrying them all yourself. That's too much. You gotta have something that you believe in, something that is greater than yourself. Because obviously, there is something out there that's greater than ourselves. And until we find that, we're gonna be kicking a dead horse. Ain't gonna do no good. Past is already gone. Ain't no point staying there. Future ain't come yet. So, um, what you doing chasing that? Be in the here and now. You know, and put faith that there's something greater than yourself that can guide you. You know, I had a good talk with my own boy yesterday, and I'm hoping that he jumps back on the path. I reminded him of a few things we learned while we were in there, and I gave him my number and told him, man, ready to go to a meeting? Let's go. Man, if you ain't found your higher power yet, use the people in an NA meeting or an AA meeting. Use the people that already have a higher power, and that obviously it's working in their lives. You know, use their higher power as yours. Borrow it, at least for now. Look at the walls in that building that is surrounded by faith. All kinds of faith in that building. You know, borrow theirs for a minute until you find your own. At least you can have faith in something, in their faith. Oh, by the way, today's reading is Keeping Faith. We grasp the limitless strength provided for us through our daily prayer and surrender as long as we keep faith and renew it. There are two parts to recovery: getting clean and staying clean. Getting clean is comparatively easy because we only have to do it once. Staying clean is more difficult, requiring attention every day of our lives. Yet both draw their power from faith. We got clean on faith. We admitted that addiction was more powerful than we were, and we stopped trying to fight it on our own. Got to put it in his hands. It's the only way. Not the only way, I'm sure, but That's how it works for me. We turn the battle over to a power greater than ourselves, and that higher power got us clean. We stay clean each day the same way, on faith. Just for today, we surrender. Life may be too big for us to tackle on our own power. When it is, we seek power greater than ourselves. We pray, asking our higher power for direction and the strength to follow it. By exercising and renewing our faith on a daily basis, we tap the resources we need to live clean, full lives. Very true. There is a limitless strength available to us whenever we need it. To grasp it, all we need to do is keep faith in the higher power that got us clean and keeps us clean. Just for today, faith got me clean, and faith will keep me clean. Today, I will keep faith with my higher power. I will renew my surrender and pray for knowledge and strength. Well, very true. Faith got me clean, and I hope it does the same for you. God bless y'all and have a great day.